Welcome back, everybody. My name is Dustin. I'm the owner of OBPrint, and tonight I'm going to be showing you how to set up a merch store. A little bit of a rundown on a merch store here in OBPrint. You do not get charged any extra fees. There's no card fees. There's no gate on the subscription. Basically, the subscription that you pay right now is all it takes to be able to use it. There's no extra, liner involved. You're basically opted in, ready to go as soon as you're ready to set a store up. So what we're going to do today is go to sales and down to merch stores. This will bring up like a command center of all your merch stores. It'll show you any of the ones that's been closed, the one that's a draft, any of them that's live currently. It's going to show you all the current data from that job as well. So you can see right here from the sample store, we had 17 orders so far. There's 19 days left. It's counting down as we speak right now. You can see the gross amount that we have brought in. The rebate amount, that's what you can set up for like fundraisers. So whenever you set up a fundraiser, you could put a certain amount per product. You could change it however you want. We'll get into that in a minute. But basically, your rebate, that would be how much you would give to the person that you're doing the fundraiser for. You could also set a store up for like a corporate store where it's like a constant, you do like your own run. So like if you're going to do it every week or every 2 weeks, however you want to do it, you could set it up that way as well and just do certain runs, or you could do it even by each one if you wanted to. I do recommend if you're going to do a merch store, just in my opinion, for someone that has ran a lot of merch stores, I would do it on a run basis. Basically, if you're doing a fundraiser, run it for so many days, turn it off, and then you fulfill that order. Corporate stores, all corporate things are a little bit different, but typically we'll run it for a couple weeks. If they want to do another run after that, we could always keep up the store as well. You don't have to deactivate it or anything, but it's always best to kind of talk to your customer what they want to do. But anyways, we're going to get into showing you a sample store here. This is a store that we made just to show for this tutorial. So basically, whenever you do a store, you could set it up however you want. I'm going to show you that here in a second. Basically, you can get in here, you could change the theme to match whatever it is. Like if you had a school, you could match their school colors. And all of these elements here are changeable. You could change these banner colors in the background, the timer here, like these little boxes, you could change them. Any of the hero image here, you can change it to whatever you want. This top section, you can change the wording here. This wording here will be whatever you name the store. And of course, you got the shopping cart up top. You can have more than one product. You can also have categories. So if you have more than just t-shirts, if you have hoodies, decals, anything like that, you could set it up in here that way. And like I said, you could run this as your own store if you wanted to, even. Like if you do like your own designs or anything like that, you can technically just do everything in here, and whenever you get an order in, you can fulfill it, you can ship it out, and etc. So this is just an example. This is just one that we set up of a customer of ours that has done stuff in the past. You can see the front and the back. You can see the color changes. There's nice swatches here. As long as you have your SNS and Sanmar API set up, then you can pull directly from their catalog, and it syncs all of this stuff for you. You don't have to worry about keying in your own colors and stuff. But if there is a product that you need to put in here custom, you can do that as well. So here at the bottom, we actually put where you can put a QR code. The QR code is automatically generated based off of the name of the store. And it could be powerful for the people that you're doing the store for. That way, if someone is trying to share a link, they can actually just pull their phone out and show them the QR code, and they can scan it, get right on there and order. All right, so what I'm going to do is show you what all you can actually do inside here. So I'm going to start with the design part of it first, just because that's the cool part. All right, so this right here is the design page. So this is where you can actually come in here and change any of this stuff. You can turn anything on or off. You can add more pages here if you want. You could add more sections on that page or this page. And you could come in here and change all this stuff individually. Like you could upload an image here and it'll go into the background. It'll tell you what the size is. So if you want to generate an image for that store or make one, you know what size to make it so it looks natural. Countdown timer, that's really good for if you're doing like a store that's closing. It tells people, hey, maybe I should get this ordered. But you can turn that off as well. You don't have to keep it on. The fundraiser progress, you could turn that off. I know some of my customers, they didn't like that feature just because they didn't want people knowing how much they made. But if someone's doing a fundraiser for like someone that has cancer or something like that, it's really cool to be able to see how much money they have technically raised on like shirts and stuff. You could change any of the introduction here. You could change the section background if you want to do that part of it there. There is a global change as well, which I'm going to show you. If you have categories here, it'll automatically fill out what it is based off of what you have. So if you have a t-shirt, it'll do that. If you have hoodies, it'll be in its own category as well. You have the product grid. You can change how many on the columns. If you only want 2 or 4, whatever you want to do. It just changes the size of it, so you make more room. You could do any of this stuff here. You can show the price, quick add button, etc. All this stuff is just defaulted. That's just typical stuff. If you want to put a footer message here, you could do that as well for like support or anything like that. Everything's changeable. You can turn on or off the QR code. This right here just send the QR code to the page where they can bring it up, show somebody, and someone can scan it and get on there and order. So whenever you set up the theme, there's some presets here where you can change all of this stuff. These are pretty common colors for like schools and such, but I'm just going to keep it on this one so I don't have to change it again. But basically, you can come in here and change all these individually. You don't have to keep whatever the preset is. And if you like the font to be a different kind of font, you can do that as well. But that is basically it for like designing the actual pages. So just make sure whenever you're done doing it that you click Save and Publish, and that'll save all the changes that you did on the design part of it. All right, so the settings is what I would set up first whenever you start a new merch store. So you would type in your store name. If you wanted to put a certain kind of URL at the end of it, you could do that as well. If you have your white label custom domain name set up in the settings menu, it'll actually put on here where it'll come into your portal and etc. So instead of it being app.opsbelt.net, it's going to be portal.whatever your business URL is. And if you guys need help setting that up, just reach out to me. It's pretty simple as long as we can get into your DNS settings for your domain name. You can pick whatever payment processor you want. If you use Stripe and Square, you could do it either way you want to do it. So this next section here is the store selling style. This is going to be if you're making like a corporate store or anything like that, then that would be a continuous store where it doesn't close. Each order is meant to be standalone, so whenever the order comes in, it'll actually make its own work order, and it'll have that job details, of course, of what it is. Or if you're doing a fundraiser for like a school, you would go to the store selling style and click campaign/selling window, and from there you could set up the production automation the same way, however you want. If you're doing it based off of the closing date, I would do it auto with per run. So whenever the closing date ends, that run creates a batched work order of all the sizes, and you can fulfill that whole order however you have it set up. This is where you put your email in. This is where your customers will actually reach out to if there's an issue. We don't do any kind of support with like your customers, so whenever there's an issue, they'll write your email or they'll give you a call, however you have it set up. And like I said, we don't deal with any kind of thing like that. You can go on the back end and change that stuff as well. All right, this next section, you could save a template of this storefront. So like you want to save all the layouts, the pages, you could do that. And you can, whenever you make a new store, you can reference that and click a button and it automatically pops everything up. Your fulfillment options, this is where you can make either in-store pickup, individual shipping, or bulk delivery. 9 times out of 10, when I do a fundraiser, I'm always doing a bulk delivery. I really don't like doing individual shipping unless if it's like a corporate store type thing. Whenever you click that, you can put in here what the shipping charge is, what you would want to do for that. If you want to do an in-store pickup, like where they could come into your store and pick it up, it'll actually put in your address whenever they do the order. You can add handling fees if you want, a percentage rate. You can put stuff here on the packing slips, like if there's a pickup location or instructions or anything like that. Then the wording here can match each order, or you can always use the bulk pickup area, which it shows here it's recommended for the school bulk runs. And then always use ship to address. You can do it however you want to do on that part. We'll go to new store. This is where we'll name it test store number 2. We can pick the store type, either be corporate, like always on, multi-page ready, brand focused, or a fundraiser/drop style. We're going to do a fundraiser style on this one. You can click the campaign, however you want to do it, selling style. So you can either do blank, template, or clone. Then we'll click create store. All right, it's currently a draft, so it's not live right now. So what we're going to do first is add our product. So we can do it either 2 ways, add a product, or you can just open store, mock lab. From here, you can add your styles. We're going to add multiple styles here so I can show you how quick we can get this set up. So we're going to do azalea and black for this. We're going to save them colors. We're going to add another style. We're going to say this is a hoodie. From there, we're going to pick the style as well. Click save. And then from there, we're going to open mock lab. This will bring up one of them. And as long as the design's the same, you can actually set it up either way. All right, so I went ahead and added my design on here. You're going to move it however you want it on the shirt itself. And then we're going to click Save All Sides here at the bottom. It says right here, all sides have been saved to test store 2. We're going to exit out of there. And now the only thing we have to do, as long as like the design stays the same on all of them, you just have to come over here to adjust and save mockups, All right, so this is going to bring up the adjust mockup area. This is where you can actually adjust your design. It'll show the one that you just did, and then from there, you can come here and readjust it however you want for the other apparel. And then from there, after you have all of them ready to go, you just click Save All Mockups, and it'll automatically save all of them, and we're going to click Save All to store products. So now that we have that saved, this right here will pop up at the bottom to set up your pricing for the saved products. So we're going to set the pricing. So this is where the area where you'll set up your pricing. You could do just a default retail price if that's all you guys do. You could set it up that way, or you could change price in bulk as well. So if you only wanted to change 2x, 3x, 4x and up, you can always set that to a couple dollars more. If you want to add your rebate, this would be the amount that you give your customer, however much per product. So if they're getting $5 a piece, it'll tell you that. You can choose whatever kind of product category you want here. We are going to be optimizing this a little more for like custom products as well here in the next 2 weeks. So if you do custom products, promotional items, stuff like that, it's going to be a lot easier to add them onto the merch store area. When we first started this, we were pushing more just for like merch, but I understand that even schools will want like decals and stuff like that. So we're definitely going to be adding that feature in there as well in the next few weeks. If you have personalization, you could do that. You can make it where it's required or optional. If you're going to do a name upcharge, you can put that amount in here. Offer name. Click next, and then this is where you'll see all of the information you just did. All right, now that that product's set, it's going to come in here, and you're going to see the amount that you just set. You're going to see the mock-up. So we're going to have to set up the hoodie next. We'll come in here and just change whatever the pricing is for the hoodie. Let's say the same thing, 2x and up. We'll make a couple dollars more. Rebate will stay at 5. Personalization, 2, 3. Next, and we'll save that product next. So now that's all set. What we're going to do is activate the store, but whenever I click this button, it's actually going to show me if there's any kind of errors that we need to figure out, like if you forgot to put a price on a shirt, or if your payment processor or any of that stuff's not set up. It's going to show you what the issue is here. So we're going to go to settings, and we're going to come here and pick the payment processor that we want to use, and then we're going to set up the fulfillment option area. Any of this information here I'm not going to worry about. The support email, we'll go ahead and put our email. Then we'll say auto per run. It's a campaign style. All right, and we're going to put a close date too for this Friday at 5 o'clock. Then we'll click save. All right, then we're going to set up the design for this store. We're going to go delete everything out of that one so we don't have to worry about it. And then I'm just going to do a theme on this. So we're going to do Columbia blue, navy, and white. And like I said, you could come in here and change any of these things that you want. So we're just going to keep it that way. And we're going to come up here and click save and publish. All right, there's one more thing I want to do is turn off the hero words so that doesn't show. Then we're going to come up here and click save and publish. Click activate, and it's going to activate that store. All right, so now that we got the store ready to go, it's activated, we're going to click copy link, and then we're going to give that link to our customer. So when they go to the link, this is what their store will look like. You could make this where it contains inside the box, or it could fill the whole area, depending on how big your monitor and stuff is. From there, you're going to see the options for the shirts. And you can see all the sizes here. We're going to do that and one of these. Come up here to the cart. This right here is where you'll put in your customization, if you're going to put a name, number. And if you want to do coupon codes, you could do it that way. I've used that in the basis of sometimes like a coach will come and pay for everything for, say, their team members. So we'll give them team members a specific code, and we'll count however many people were there on that team. And basically they can put their coupon code in, and it'll show how many times that coupon code's been ran. So we know that all the girls were able to get apparel done. So then it'll make a new sales order specifically for that customer. It'll go to a checkout area where they could check out, so on and so forth. This will be their order number. They'll check out and they'll get a receipt at the end of it, letting them know, confirming that it went through. All right, so we're going to go to another merch store here that we have done in the past that's already closed. We'll go to this one right here. We'll go to manage. We're going to go to reports, and right here you'll see your different runs. So if you do multiple runs for a store, say you close it and you reopen it, then it'll count a second run, and whenever that second time closes, then it'll show a whole new run at the bottom here, and it'll tell you the dates that you ran them. But what we're going to do, I'm going to show you the PDFs. So if you do packing slips here, it'll give individual packing slips for each order. It'll show like their order ID. It'll show their name. Then you have other PDF reports. Like if you have rebates, you can pop this one up. It'll show how much you owe the customer and how many products you did sell. You can come over here to personalization if there is personalization. It'll give you what shirt they go on, what name it is that goes on them, and if there is a number, it'll be right here. And you can also do this where all the orders are exported out in CSV for like Excel sheets and etc. if that's what you want to do. So whenever you're ready to send this run to the production area, if you don't have it set to automatic, you just come over here to click send run to production, and it'll send it directly to the production board. All right, guys, so that was pretty much it for the merch stores. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. I will answer any questions that you guys got. If you want to play around with it, it's already on. The merch store is under the sales section, so you're more than welcome to get in there, play around with it, do a couple test stores, do a small run with a business if you want, and go from there. But like I said, we are buttoning it up, just a few small things on it. It'll be ready for the July full release, and like I said, a lot of it's just like the custom product style stuff, like regular products for like merch, like apparel, all that's still good on there. So if you guys have any suggestions or recommendations of what you would want to add on here, or what you've seen that we had that may make it better, I'm all ears. So appreciate it, guys. As always, stay tuned to the next video. The next video, I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be about, but I got a lot of videos coming up on workflows and all that stuff. So stay tuned. I know this was a little bit of a long one, but I wanted to be thorough with it. So see you guys soon on the next video, and print smarter, guys.